All right, let's talk systems, okay? I have found that the best way to get results is to have a system, okay? I'm trying to implement more systems into what I do in my daily life, both with my business, my health, my relationships, all of that stuff, trying to integrate systems. Sometimes that's easier said than done. So I wanted to share the system that I am putting in place for my clients to use specifically with the Jett Online program, or if they come and see me for personal training and they need some accountability and some direction for things on their own. So why use a system, okay? A system allows you to have followable steps that are in place before you start, okay? Then you can repeat the process as you need, okay? It also makes it so that it's trackable, okay, and also adjustable. So that's some of the benefits of having a system, okay? So for the system that we're gonna use, we are gonna do 3 different things. We're gonna have a list, okay? We're gonna have a calendar, and we're gonna have a notebook, okay? So list is what to do, okay? The calendar is to track your progress, okay? And then the notebook is also gonna be to track your process, but it's going to allow you to then review what you've done. So it's the details, all right? So I'm gonna show you mine, okay? So we got the plan, we're gonna track it as we go, and then we're gonna review it, okay? So this is all of the exercises from phase 1 of level 1 of the Jett Online program, okay? So there's 14 items on there. Okay, the next page is phase 2, and then the next one's phase 3. So these are mine that I have up hanging at the gym because I am also following my own program. So what I do is I have this list of all the things that I need to get done. So Monday morning comes around, I start at number 1. I work my way through the list as far as I can that day, okay? Write it down in my notebook, okay, which exercises I actually did. And then I make a note on my calendar. I did some of the Jett Movement program today, okay? So then I hit all 3 of those points. I got my list, okay? I tracked what I've done for the day. I gave myself a note that I finished it, okay? And so what that does is it keeps us on track, okay? So there's ways that I've noticed that people get derailed in their programs. Okay, one of the things that always messed with me was if I had a workout plan for the week and it had Monday, Tuesday, yada, yada, all through the days, here's what I'm gonna do those days. Well, if I missed out on Monday, I didn't know what to do on Tuesday. Do I just go to Tuesday? Do I do Monday's workout? Okay, but then I'm a day behind. I'm gonna miss a day that week. So it always made it hard for me. Usually I would end up doing Monday and Tuesday on Tuesday and just overworking myself and getting hurt. Okay, so now what I do is, wherever I got to on the list, I stop there for the day, and the next day I just pick it up in that exact same spot. If I miss a day in between, it doesn't matter. I pick up in the same spot of the list and keep working, okay? That is doable with this program because of the way that I've chosen the exercises and set them up, that it's not about volume of strength and fatiguing the muscles right away. It's about learning the movements, learning the patterns, how to hold yourself, how to move and get the joints involved. So they don't need to be done in the same session. They don't need to be done on back-to-back days. It allows us much more freedom with what we can do, okay? So with that freedom comes the ability to miss some days. When we have freedom in our program, we might miss some days. So that's why I started implementing a calendar, because now all these days that I've written something on there, you can easily see which days I actually did some of the work and then which days I didn't. So like the 13th, 14th, the 20th, and 21st, I just didn't do anything. Those were weekends. I spent that time with my family. I didn't really do anything specifically towards my program or my goals on those days. So now at the end of the month, when I look at it, I can quickly count the days that I did some kind of thing towards my goal and the days that I didn't. I can make a percentage out of that, and then that will be my success rate for that month. And then the next month I can compare, okay? If I'm hitting, every single day, then I know I can upgrade my program a little bit and make it more challenging, increase the volume, that type of thing, and up it. But now I can review what I did, okay, and I can make adjustments. Now the notebook part, that is super helpful. That's something that I'm not doing a very good job of right now, but I want to increase, is writing down every single drill that you go through and that you do, and how many reps and all that kind of stuff that you did of that, because that gives you more details when you need to make adjustments in your program. So if you go through 2, 3, 4 months and you're just not quite seeing the results you want, you can go back in and look at how much you're actually doing, and you can start to make adjustments and you can upgrade that. One of the most important things that you can do is take note of how you feel, okay? What's your recovery like? How many days do you need to take off in between things? And then those kind of things make it a lot easier to adjust. So that's the system that I'm using with the Jett Online program and some of my personal training stuff to help people stay on track. It helps with the accountability, because when you get to the end of the month and you've only got 6 days of stuff done, you can't expect to have results from that. You need to be getting into that 80 to 90% range. So that's almost every single day you're doing something towards your goals, okay? And when you start, you set that marker really, really low. Like, I'm gonna do 1 video per day from the program. So I got phase 1, number 1 exercise. What is it? I'm gonna watch that video and I'm gonna work on it that day. I did something, I put it on my calendar, check that day off, okay? But as you continue through that and you've worked your way through the entire first level of the program, then it's time to start to demand more of yourself, because it's gonna take you, about a month, if you did it that way, to get through every single video if you only did 1 of them a day. If you're feeling more motivated, then you can do 2, 3, 4 videos in a day. Once you've already watched them once, then you can start to pile on those exercises, do 5, 6, 7 of them in a single day. And then you'll start to see your progress accelerate, okay? For me, a goal is to do an entire phase in 1 day. So every 3 days, I've covered all the movement foundations. I'm ingraining those in my brain. My body knows how to do them. They're second nature. And now I'm at a point where I can kind of skip some of those things, just check in on them really quick, and then move on, because now I personally am doing level 2 of the program, which is the dynamic strength training. So I've kind of moved on. I don't need to be doing as much movement foundations, but I still want to check in on those. So I've upgraded to level 2 now. I'm gonna treat it the same way. So on my calendar, you'll see a little JO, that's Jett Online. That means I did some of the program. Today I did level 2, which is dynamic strength training. So on the 23rd on there, it's got DST for dynamic strength training. I also did a couple extra sled pushes, just because I got other goals as well. So I'll make a note of that. So I can plan what I want to do, because I have a list of things I'm trying to do. Then I can track it as I go, and then I know everything I did so that I can review it, okay? When you get consistent with those 3 things, whatever your results are that you want, you will get them, okay? If you're not getting those results, then it's time to adjust. But you got to be patient with yourself. You have to understand exactly how much are you actually doing. If your percentage of completion in terms of days is 40 or 50%, you're not going to see results. If it's 90% and you're still not getting results, you're not doing enough volume. So we always have an answer to the why am I not seeing my progress when we're doing this kind of a system, all right? So I hope that's helpful for everybody. I hope you can implement that with your goals. If that's with Jett Movement Academy, I'm excited about that. Let's get going. Let's get moving. Let's make 2022 just a ridiculous year. Feeling strong, feeling mobile, feeling adventurous. Hum babe.